My professor said anyone caught cheating would fail the class immediately. Then his own daughter got caught. I never expected to witness the ultimate test of integrity in my intercanonical class, but that's exactly what happened last semester with Professor Harrington. The toughest, most principled teacher on campus from day one. Professor Harrington made his zero-tolerance cheating policy crystal clear. Burgundy dishonesty results in immediate failure, no exceptions. He paced the lecture hall with those piercing blue eyes that seemed to detect even the thought of cheating. Shoes literally trembled during his exams. What most of us didn't know until midterm season was that his daughter Ellie was also in our class. She sat in the back row, never mentioned their relationship, and was treated exactly like everyone else. Professor Harrington was so professional that if you weren't paying attention to last names, you'd never connect them. During our midterm exam, the room was dead silent, except for pencils scratching paper. I happened to glance up just as our tea froze, staring at something. Filling her gaze, I watched as she approached Ellie's desk and quietly asked her to step outside. 10 minutes later, Professor Harrington was called out of the room. The whisper started immediately, and Ellie had been caught with formulas written on her water bottle label. When Professor Harrington returned, his face was ashen. Without a word, he continued monitoring the exam, but the energy in the room had shifted completely. Examenon felt the weight of what was happening. The next class, Professor Harrington stood before us, looking like he hadn't slept in days. I want to address something, he began, voice slightly unsteady. Last week, a student was caught cheating on the midterm. The room went completely silent. As stated in the syllabus, cheating results in automatic failure of the course. He paused, taking a deep breath. That student was my daughter. You could have heard a pin drop. She has been removed from the class roster and will receive an F on her transcript. His voice cracked slightly. It's about doing what's right, especially when it's difficult. While he wasn't in class that day or ever again the following week, Professor Harrington seemed more human, somehow still brilliant, still demanding excellence, but the rigid edge had softened during office hours. I overheard him on the phone purn. Yes, she's still coming for Sunday dinner. This doesn't change that. At the end of the semester, our final exam had a bonus question. What was the most important lesson you learned in this class? I wrote about integrity and the day I watched a father choose his principles over protecting his own daughter. What would you have done if you were Professor Harrington? Would you have made an exception for your own child, or upheld your principles no matter what?